Well, all good things have to come to an end, and that's the way the Browns' playoff run ended, with a 5-point loss to Kansas City in the divisional round of the playoffs. Let's welcome in Bud Shaw. Bud, I look at this. The Browns didn't play their best game by a long shot, but I think they let an opportunity get away. There was a real chance for them to win that game with Chad Henne at quarterback.
Absolutely, Dave. I said the same thing when Mahomes went out. When he got up, it looked like, he was, a boxer getting a standing 8 count. You knew he was not coming back into that game at that point. And I remember watching it and saying to my wife that, the Browns will win this game now, because it's not like Kansas City's trying to get by with Chad Henne for a series or two. They had to play an entire quarter with him, and in a one-score game. I thought it was a real disappointment, given the fact that they had a great season. I'm not taking that away from them to get where they got. I thought it was a real disappointment that they didn't finish that game off.
Yeah, and you got to give Kansas City some credit. The Browns didn't play well. I mean, if they had trouble running the ball in the first half, kind of fell behind in that hole, and then the defense couldn't come up with stops. I mean, that was kind of the MO of the season, the defense not being able to come up with stops. But Chad Henne on 3rd and 14 shouldn't be able to get 14 yards with 11 with 11 guys trying to stop him really anywhere.
Well, on that play, I think I saw where, Dustin Fox posted something to Twitter today where he talked about how they didn't bring any extra pressure on that play. They brought 4, they only rushed 4, and everybody else had dropped pretty deep. And, that's not the way you need to play against Chad Henne. I'm sorry. I could see giving Mahomes that kind of respect, but certainly not Henne. And that's not to take, to say he's an awful quarterback. It's just he walked into a really tough situation in a season where he's barely even gotten off the bench over there.
Yeah, and credit the Chiefs. They made the plays when they needed to. But the other thing is they didn't seem to bring pressure on Henne. And I get why you don't do that against Mahomes. And the thinking must have been they still have Kelsey who can get deep, and they still have Hill who can get behind the defense. So if we allow people in one-on-one, we still have some matchup issues. That's the only thinking I can come to as to why you don't get after Chad Henne.
Yeah, I think the immediate reaction of Browns fans after seeing their team go to the playoffs and win a game against a rival for the first time in however long it's been, is to walk away and be cursing the refs and the fate over the touchdown that got fumbled through the back of the end zone, and the idiocy of that whole rule. But I think in due time, the plays they'll remember from this game are the 3rd and 14 Chad Henne scramble, and then the 4th down play where they were clearly caught totally unaware of what the Chiefs were trying to do, as was I, by the way.